Good afternoon.
Hello, Annie. We're together.
We're actually sitting in the same room for once instead of on Zoom, and we're actually in my new Astral Art Shed number 2. That's my studio in Kirkcudbright in Scotland. So it's the first time I've actually used the room. Although we've been setting up and everything, so it's really exciting to be here for us both to do our full moon card reading and give you hopefully some heads up on what's coming up. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant to be here, isn't it?
It is. Oh, how has your week been, especially since Friday and just a bit before Friday? And, yeah.
Well, I think the eclipse gave us a little bit of a dig.
It did.
But I think we were in the best place for it because
We
we
were.
were in Scotland and near the sea, between the sea and the forest. So
It's been brilliant.
Lovely energy.
It has.
Yeah. So it's your turn.
It is. I'm doing the full moons, aren't I? Okay. Well, I've brought 2 lots of cards, and this time I'm using the Animal Archangel cards and the Nature's Whispers. It's all going to be back to front because we're doing it live. You'll see the pictures.
Hopefully.
Okay, so I think
And if not, just focus on the art on the back wall.
Yes, good thought. Okay, let's go. Okay. No, there's definitely another one of those coming out. Oh, yes. I can see why.
I can see them, you can't yet.
Yes, that's the difference, isn't it? Okay, so the first card we have is Beautiful Dolphin. Can you see?
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
And, you know, they're just springing into action, aren't they? Showing us their beauty. And I think that's what we were talking about with the new moon, is about that leap forward. But being in the here and now. And this card is all about living in the here and now. And I do love dolphins because they always look as they've got a smile on their face, don't they? And I think that's what the energy's been like right at this moment, is that it's been a bit wobbly, but I've been okay about it. I don't know about you, Annie, but I've been okay about it. I feel the wobble's been for a purpose. And so I have been quite joyful about it. And, you know, you've got the bright light shining there as well. And I do think there's been a lot of action in the universe. Obviously, we've had Mercury go retrograde, and I think, but the universe has sort of, for me, kept me a bit, you know, kept me balanced. I haven't felt the big wobble. Right, and this is certainly how I've been feeling as well. This is the bear, and again, it's showing that I believe that the universe has been working with us, and some beautiful colours there. And the light is in the heart there, and I do feel that's where I've been feeling this new moon, because it's been an eclipse as well, lunar eclipse, and I think it's sort of just kept me in my own bubble. I think last time we were talking about the self-love, and I've really felt in my own bubble, you know, my own sort of power, and keeping my inner light shining to get me through the eclipse. We then have the horse there, and various horses there. We've got the child, the small child. We've got the mother energy there, and we've got this what I would call more the elemental energy there with the unicorn. And interesting that the unicorn is behind that full moon as well, and shining that rainbow light, the spectrum. And I do believe that by having this card in my hand now, feeling it right now, this is about what Spirit's doing to us, making us look at our inner child, but also the nurturing that you're having to do with yourself, with the mother horse there. And then, truly believing that spirit is there with you, the universal energies are there with you, to help you. I always see rainbows as like a transformation as well. So this inner transformation that we're all going through at the moment, with this inner child, the nurturing of you, and bringing that forward to shine your light. Okay. And don't we all love the bees?
Oh, yes.
And here we are. What do bees represent to you, Annie?
I always find with bees, royalty or nobility, our highest ideals.
What have we had this weekend, Annie?
Absolutely. And I think the other thing about bees is that they are the propagators. We wouldn't have the blessing of the fruit and the flowers if the bees weren't here.
Absolutely.
So there's something about the interconnection and the need to spread that connection that I love with the bees.
Yeah. And you rightfully say the immediate thing I thought of was the coronation this weekend. So it has been about what the message that has come across, I feel, certainly this weekend, and the new full moon energy is go with the power of the heart. And this is what this card's saying. It's spread that joy, that love, and that healing to everybody, because I love sacred geometry, and you've only got to look at a bee's hive to see how methodically it's all planned out. And if you just work with your plan, it will work itself out with the pattern that maybe you might not think it will. And I think this full moon energy, I remember feeling this when I was channeling it, is it might not be what you want, but it's what you need to move forward, is what's going to be happening now from your heart. We're going on to the Nature's Whispers cards now, and this one's called Keeping Your Dreams Alive, if you can read backwards. There we go, Keeping Your Dreams Alive. She comes up quite a lot, this card, and again, if you look at the youthfulness of the face in there, it is to do with the inner child.
I love that she's blowing us a kiss.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that love that you've got to have for yourself. I do feel it's for yourself. And in this card, we've got doves of peace. We've got what I feel is always the dandelion symbol there, which again, they spread their seeds, and wow, have the dandelions been wild this season. We were driving, weren't we, and there's just this field of yellow, and we peered in,
fields,
and it was all dandelions. And just as we were driving down here today, those dandelions are turning into what I call their clocks. So they're ready to spread their seeds out there for the new beginnings that are happening. Bit of turbulence in the air at the minute. Well, there will be with the planets doing what they're doing at the moment, but that turbulence has got quite a smooth flow to it. I don't think it's thundery. Actually, they look like eyes, don't they, on the screen? So maybe our guide's looking after us there, looking down on us and making sure we move forward.
I can definitely see faces in there.
Yeah, I can too, not on the screen, definitely, definitely. So don't worry about that turbulence, our guides are there to guide us forward, definitely. And then we have, I love it, this one's called Maintain Your Childlike Spirit. And I do think it's this nurturing that we're having to do with ourselves at the moment, to take ourselves forward. She's on a swing. She is so happy. She's being childlike again. She's feeling free. She's feeling what she wants to feel. I mean, wouldn't we both like to go and sit on a swing now and just feel that energy of that swaying that we used to feel as a child?
And it reminds me of the forest we went into yesterday.
Absolutely.
With all the bluebells and
That's
wild
the bluebells we saw, definitely. Yeah. And all the different paths you can take. This one doesn't seem as bright as that one, but maybe we are at a point where we're having to choose which path we take. It might not be the path we desire, that we want, but maybe this path, which may be a bit harder, is a path we need to take at this moment. Definitely. I love that card. Definitely. Feel it, feel yourself.
Throw your head back in joy.
Absolutely. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Yes, I think that it sums up very much how I've been feeling, and I know you've been feeling as well. And it's this full moon energy has all been about keeping yourself the focus, moving yourself forward. As I keep saying, it might not be the way you want to go, but it's the way you need to go. You need to be pushing yourself forward. And I've been feeling the kick up the bum over the last weekend, certainly. Yeah. But I've been feeling the love. I've been feeling the universe looking after me and guide. I've been feeling my guides guiding me too. And I think that's come out in the cards.
Fabulous.
Yes.
Shall we see what is going to pop up with mine?
Definitely.
I was very drawn today. I've got a pack of, where are we? Too close. Divine Feminine cards. And these are by Megan Watterson. And I just felt as if we needed some feminine flow. I've also got my lovely Return of Spirit cards by Cheryl Lee Harnish. There's something about the fractals, the mathematics, the numbers in her cards that just clues me into the sacred geometry.
Absolutely,
yeah. The pattern. I mean, that's the wonderful thing about nature. Nature is based on patterns. Yeah. When we were looking at the bluebells yesterday, I was like, oh, how wonderful the pattern and the way that the pattern replicates.
You posted a wonderful tulip the other day, and the geometry, the sacred geometry of that tulip inside is beautiful. Yeah,
so I just felt like we needed a little bit of looking at the patterns this full moon, and I agree with you. This is about a more nurturing full moon, so not necessarily sending outwards for your desires, but bringing maybe content and peace and calm to your inner desires. Even just recognising you've got inner desires, because I think we sometimes forget about those inner desires and what we need to keep us together. So I don't know why I'm doing that, but I just want these top 4. Okay, and I do want 3 of these because I feel like these are helping us to understand what the pattern is. So let's have a look. Okay, brilliant. And we've got Khadija, the mother of believers. And can you see she's got a power stance? Sorry, there's noise, so the dog's decided to kick off because he doesn't like interruptions. She's got a power stance. She's got her hands on her hips. She's ready. She's prepared. She believes in herself. And she's bringing forward that self-belief. We've just finished that sequence of past life and wobbly energy that's all designed to get us to see who we are now, not who we were in the past. And this full moon is kind of like, come on, get in love with yourself, fall in love with yourself. Forgive the bits that you're not really keen on, let them go, they don't matter. We've got work to do. We've got work to do. We've got things to be expressed. We've got the power to move forward if we wish, and it's about believing in ourselves, recognising that our message is just as important as everybody else's message, that what we say when we speak our truth is a truth that others can hear. Sorry, I've got a guy digging in my ear going, notice this, Annie, notice. Yeah, we need to have that power. And this moon is powerful, not least because of that eclipse energy, because it's actually showing us what needs to go, what do we have to surrender, what do we give up. And it's hard sometimes to give up and surrender, but that's powerful too, being able to let it go, being able to say, it is what it is very powerful. And she's come along with, Amaterasu, let me put her in the centre, here she is, the goddess of light. Beautiful, look at that beautiful light behind her. I like to think of that as the full moon. Whenever I get this, it always feels to me like the full moon. And she's holding a disc in her hand, and to me the disc represents that fullness of us, and it represents the light we bring, and it represents how we all together can be unified. And coming out of this turbulent energy, there's a lot of unity, there's a lot of coming together. Now, sometimes we're more focused on being divided, but just in this beautiful energy of the next few weeks, we're going to be focused on being united. What is it we can join together to do? What is it that we can give and gift to one another that doesn't diminish our light, but boost the light for all of us, and that we can shine that more brightly. So she's really encouraging you in this next few weeks, shine your light, send it out, bounce it off others, mirror it to others, let it go forward. It's a beautiful light and it needs to be seen. I'm getting Cyndi Lauper's True Colours in my head. I love that song, because that's what we are as energy beings. Our auras are colours. We're beautiful patterns of lights that play through the energy ocean and identify us. So shine your light. Oh, I love this one. Oops, we are Meow Shan. Beautiful, beautiful. The Princess of Mercy. Again, she's got that fabulous moon behind her, the fullness of the moon. It's all about balance. You know, we can be merciful. We can ask for mercy, we can receive mercy, we can be merciful, we can give. And it's like allowing yourself to recognise all that you give in the world. She's got a beautiful apple. What's so lovely is she's got loads of butterflies on this card.
Very nature card.
Yeah, and the blossom is there. So it's really lovely to see this and to be aware of her blossom, and the fact that we can always look at the world and be grateful, always look at the world and recognise how wonderful it is to give and receive, and to forgive and receive forgiveness. To move away from judgment, which is what we really have to do, especially in judging ourselves. We've got to move away from judgment, and there's opportunities in the next couple of weeks to, as I say, unite and to set aside the differences through forgiveness and taking away the judgments that we've been holding. So, I love this one. Here she is. She's a mermaid goddess. Look at her in that beautiful sea, which is perfect because we're by the sea here. The goddess, it's, Yamoa, I didn't say it right the first time. The goddess of all that flows. Again, look at that light that surrounds her. Look at the sunbeams, look at the stars. This is a goddess who is saying to us, let it flow. let the goodness enter your life, let the light enter your life, not only shine your own, because there it is right in the heart of her, is her light, her spirit being, but letting your light shine and flow.
Like the light's pushing her forward.
Yeah, and for me, this has been a very powerful, emotional full moon. And what the eclipse has been bringing up is the clearing of the emotions, and the turbulence has been about the clearing. If you allow that flow of emotion, if you allow things to flow through you, what you're doing is not getting hooked up on the past, you're letting it be in the ever-present. So I want to say this next 2 weeks in the waning moon is emotional too, but emotional from a sense of balancing joy with grief.
Yeah.
Whenever we lose something, anything, where there's a pang of grief or deep grief, but we also have those intense moments of joy, and it's that we have to hang on to, those moments of joy when the flow moves on and we get those lower vibrational energies. We keep trying to return to the joy, and she can help us. So let it go, but love letting it go as much as letting it flow.
Oh, I like that.
So, the sacred geometry cards, the first one I've got is innocence. And to me, that's like the heart of a flower, very much like the tulip picture I took. It represents innocence, and there's so much love, higher vibrational love energy, and higher vibrational divine energy. That's what the gold is for me, divine energy. And in this next couple of weeks, we've got this powerful flow coming through to help us to return to that childlike innocence.
It's really there, isn't it?
To see the world the way a child does, without doubt, without hesitation, without judgment, simply as a place of curiosity, a place to be explored, a wonderland. And children enjoy a little bit of peril. We all like a little bit being scared, don't we? Because then we get the comfort, we get lovely comforting. So you may be day to day thinking, oh, I'm not sure I quite like this. Go back into how it feels to be a child, that innocence. Everything is new, everything is created new and afresh. And that's what Mother Earth teaches us. We were looking at the leaves just coming out in the forest, the little plants that are just emerging, and the ferns all curled up as if they can't quite get into the world, and then they spring forward. It's just fabulous. So use that lovely innocence flow to keep you in that present moment. Now, I did wonder if we would get this one. This is the Starseed card. For me, a lot of our energy is being sustained, supported, helped by our beautiful star beings. They're here. I can feel them. What they want us to understand is we are of planet Earth, but that makes us star seeds as well. We are the seeds. We're the way humanity goes out into the universe. So let's be the best version of ourselves we can, because that's going out. And to me, it's a bit like the bee card.
Yes.
You know, we've got an obligation, or we've got a commitment to bringing ourselves past the difficulties, past the separation, and to take the energy of our lives and see it as the seed going forward. We will be out amongst the stars, absolutely will be. Our energy will be out there. We came from the stars, we're going back to the stars, but in a best version, the best version we can be, that highest vibration. So over the next couple of weeks, just be aware, maybe your star being guides are kind of clicking in. Maybe they're wanting you to start thinking about what would it be like if humanity got out into the universe, and how would we want that experience to be? What would we want to take our gifts to the universe, and what would we want to leave behind that really is the destructive parts that don't serve any purpose anymore? Beautiful card. Oh. Okay, we've got change of mind. Fabulous, fabulous colours. I'm just going to hold it a little bit closer so you can see some of the swirls. In fact, some of my artwork turns out like this quite naturally. Talk about numbers ruling the universe. And here we've got two halves, but at the minute they're separate, not together. You can see it that way. Or you can see the flow, the road that flows between them down and up the other side. We don't have to be of a fixed mind. And over the next, I would say, till the next full moon, you might find yourself in two minds and two hearts. And you might find yourself changing your mind. And that's actually okay, because it's all a road to take you forward. And there's nothing wrong. We tend to get upset that we've changed our mind, but actually it's the fixed mind that does all the damage. The open mind, the mind we can change, the one that can recognise we have different options and different choices, the one that is flexible is the one that takes us forward the best. So looking at the next few weeks as a time of being able to change and swap and do what you fancy. Sorry, I'm laughing because I started off knitting a scarf last night, and it's now morphed into it's going to be another cushion.
Well, I think that to me looks like a butterfly as well, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so they morph into beauty.
It's very
don't
transformational, isn't it?
Yeah.
So changing your mind can transform your life. It can transform your options. Trying not to be so fixed that you rule out all the other possibilities. And again, it's a childlike thing to be able to be in that moment and say, right now I'm doing this, but in another moment I'm doing that. And I'm being prodded in the ear, so I know that we've got to pay attention to that. We've got to kind of look at being open to letting the joyfulness bubble through, so that if it feels the right thing to do, then we can take a different path, and just like you said, look at our options and enjoy whatever it is we're doing.
It might not be the road you thought you were going to take, but it's the right road.
It's the right road, yeah, absolutely. Wow, I love these cards today.
I do, yeah. And it's nice.
Love them.
The synchronicity just happens whether we're over Zoom or sitting next to each other.
Yes.
In a beautiful studio.
And being able to just get that feel of the energy. You know, we've got a lot of loving support. There's a lot of nurturing, divine feminine energy. There's obviously the power energy. So use that. Build on it and have a wonderful couple of weeks.
I've just got power, determination and love. That's you know, it's that determination of the bees as well, and the way they it's feeling lovely.
Yeah. Fantastic. That was good fun.
It was good.
And we've christened the studio.
We have. It's lovely. It is really nice here.
We've actually
Lovely
worked
energy.
in it. We said we wanted to work in it, didn't we?
We did.
We've actually worked in it. So we hope that you've enjoyed what our cards have said today. We hope that you have a lovely 2 weeks, and we will be back in the new moon, won't we?
In the new moon, yes.
In that new moon glow. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye.